Dagenham and Redbridge in the FA Cup then. There's only one way to deal with Andy Carroll.
Release the Giants.
Roll the intro. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back, and we are in very good form at the moment. In the last episode, what were we doing in the last episode? We were taking on Tooten in a 1-0 loss. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that, and then we beat Cray Wanderers in the second qualifying round of the FA Cup. They went down to 10, we scored 3, which was lovely. We drew 1-1 with Braintree Town after that. Joe Pigott scored his first goal for the club. And what a fine, lovely goal it was as well. Young went down the left-hand side, swung it across. It was cleared away. Machado gave it to Ben Mason, and he seems to be getting quite a few assists from this right-hand side, does Mr. Mason. He laid it into Chiguarda, got it back, put a cross in, and Pigott was there to head home for his first goal for Folkestone. But of course, it only did get us a point, but we did follow that with a 3-1 thrashing of Ebbsfleet, where Pigott then got 2 goals. He was supported by Akinde with the third in that one, and we've just beaten Hampton and Richmond 4-1. Joe Pigott getting another. Machado on the score sheet, our Real Madrid sort of prodigy. Jen Akinde scored from the penalty spot, and then Quick got his first goal from centre-back from a corner, which was absolutely lovely. We battered them. We absolutely battered them. And the squad are playing very well. Harrison Chamberlain has stepped up to be our number 1 goalkeeper now, which is great. He's very tall at 6'5", and he's playing reasonably well as well, which is really good to see. 4 appearances for him. Goals-wise, Akinde still the top of the charts with 9, 4 for Pigott and 3 for Chiguarda as well, which is really, really cool. Assist-wise, 4 for Akinde, 2 for the youngster Johnston, 2 for Salam, and 2 for Mason as well. So we are playing incredibly well. Highlight player, obviously, John Akinde. He's scoring all the goals, so he's going to be the best player that we have. But we've also made some new signings. So if we go and have a look at the transfer history, we can see here that Donnell Thomas left. In fact, let's get this in order because that's what I want to look at. Devonte West did leave to join Lowestoft Town. So we went and bought in another striker to replace him. And I feel like we've got a very good player in because we've brought in Dijon Noel Williams, who is a Granada international playing in Folkestone now, 27 years old. So we've bucked away from the youngster trend, but yeah, he brings with him decent acceleration and pace, but good balance, jumping reach and strength. A bit more of a target forward that we can play in sort of the Akinde Pigott role if we want to, but good finishing, good heading, good composure, good off the ball, good teamwork, and some good overall mentals in there. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's been around quite a lot. Oxford United's probably his biggest club that he's been at, but yeah, I wanted to give him a go. We scouted him. Everyone was happy. Had a little stint at Guadalajara in Spain where he made 2 appearances. Never really been a starter anywhere, but he's not going to be a starter for us either. He's on the bench most games. I have created some new kits which will be in the game for the next episode, and I'll update the badge as well because this is obviously the old badge for Folkestone Invicta, so I do need to get that updated. But yes, created some new kits and everything like that, but we're doing all right. But we're taking on, well, Dagenham and Redbridge in this episode, which is going to be a tough game because Dagenham and Redbridge have a very good squad, and they have Andy Carroll up front, who is still very good in this day and age. 6'4", really strong, shoots with power, attempts overhead kicks, plays with his back to goal, great jumping reach, strength, heading. He's the perfect lower league target man, and he is leading their goal scoring charts with 7 in 10, I think it is. But so we've got to keep him quiet, and my plan to keep him quiet is to just play all of our biggest defenders. So Quick is 6'2", decent jumping reach. Vlad at the back, 6'4", very good jumping reach. And Loco, 6'3", good jumping reach. So we're in a position where I think that 3 at the back should be able to cope the best they can with Andy Carroll. And then the second game coming up in the episode today will be that against Braintree, because we'll play the Dagenham and Redbridge second. It's not a second leg, it's in the league, but we'll play the back-to-back Dagenham and Redbridge game off camera. But let's go and play the FA Cup third qualifying round. So I think for the first time in the season, we're going for an unchanged 11, which does see Machado actually fill in behind the striker. Andy Carroll starts. They've got a good team. I don't know how they're doing so badly in the league, but yeah, Machado in behind Akinde and Pigott, Lovett and Kedwell in the middle, and as we said, the three tall strikers at the back. We are not in 2D because I was watching the replays. So yeah, 2D, here we go. Dagenham Redbridge, 17th in the National League South, with the squad they've got is quite frankly ludicrous because, I mean, they're paying Andy Carroll £1,300 a week, so we cannot compete with that. But let's see how we get on. 14 minutes in, we've got a free kick just inside our own half. Vlad up to Quick. He gets it back. Loco, the club captain, into Young. Young looks to beat his man, does go past his man really well into the area. Young's there, shoots, big save from Ashmore in goal. 15 minutes in, our first real chance of the game. We're not going to get to see the corner, which is very annoying. But yeah, we have had the better XG. We're keeping them quiet. So goal kick for Ashmore in goal for Dagenham and Redbridge. He's going to go reasonably long up to Andy Carroll, does flick it on, but no one's making that run in behind. So Vlad could cover it well. Quick up to Abdul Salam. Into Akinde, Abdul Salam. So we're asking Akinde now to run the channels a little bit more and give Pigott that target forward roll as Machado, trying to channel his Real Madrid days in a shot from range, is saved well by Ashmore, and Machado will take the corner, swings it in towards Akinde. It's going to fall to Vlad, the centre-back. I thought he was winding up a shot. He's trying a 1-2-3-4 with Young, and I think this is just going to fizzle out into pretty much nothing as Vincent makes the interception back into Hawkins, and Vincent can now bring this forward. Quick wins the header well. Abdul Salam back to Quick, into Vlad, up to Kedwell, into Pigott. Pigott can hold it up and find Abdul Salam again. Abdul Salam down the right hand side, swings across it towards Pigott. It's a goal. Joe Pigott, he is in good goal scoring form right now. He is loving that target forward position, and I think he's getting the most out of Akinde moving to the channel forward role as well. But Abdul Salam, really good work on the right hand side, dug out the cross towards the back post, and Pigott rises highest, and it's a great downward header. Ashmore's got no chance. 1-0 Folkestone. So we've taken control of the game. Half an hour gone. Abdul Salam with the corner, swings it in. Dieng at the front post will head it away. Machado is left-footed, swings in a good cross. It was a bit deep looking for Akinde, but Quick keeps it alive. Akinde's in space, squares it. Pigott's there. It's 2 for Joe Pigott. It's 2 for Folkestone Invicta, and it's offside. Akinde just moved a bit too soon. I got all excited. Coppin on the ball for Dagenham and Redbridge. Here's Vincent into Harrick, into Hawkins, Graham, Dieng. Out to Burley. They have got a man over, and this is where it could cause us a bit of concern if they can whip across in to find Andy Carroll. They don't. I actually went for the front post. I thought they would be having all their crosses directed towards Andy Carroll. Dieng into Claydon. Claydon squares it, and there's Critchlow, and it's 1-1. And it is against the run of play. We have been absolutely dominating this game, but Dagenham and Redbridge did really well here, as they've just brought this forward. As I can't wait till our new kits are loaded in, by the way. I'm excited to show you them. Claydon with a low cross in, and Critchlow's there. He finishes, and Andy Carroll nowhere to be seen. But Critchlow's run from deep, 1-1. Burley on it, and are we just going to lose a little bit of our focus? We were playing so well, and that equaliser seems to have hurt us. Kedwell just goes long. Not great to find Graham. Burley's there. Dieng, Claydon. He's got a ball through to Critchlow again. Critchlow could have squared that to Andy Carroll. I think we blocked the passing lane. Claydon is in, does well. Claydon still going. He hits the absolute vertical composite beam. Horizontal composite beam, sorry. He hit the bar as Abdul Salam is over it. Vlad gets beaten. Oh, and that's you can't throw the ball. It's our throw. It was our throw, and he's thrown it to their striker. Abdul Salam with an absolute brain fart. It was Claydon that won the ball, and then Coppin took over, and he's just stuck that past Chamberlain. 2-1 down from 1-0 up when we're in control of the game is awful. Let's demand more. So half-time, 2-1 down in a game that we have had the better of it. And yeah, they've just come out and changed. They tweaked something a little bit there. I want a much better display. We should be winning this one, and I think we're going to ring some changes. Akinde's going to come off. We're going to bring on Noel Williams. No, we're going to bring on Chiguada. We need a bit more pace up there, I think. Young on the left-hand side is going to come off to be replaced by Jeffcott. Yeah, we're going to put Jeffcott out there, who can play that wing-back role as well. So a double change for Folkestone. Let's see if it makes a difference. Corner ball. Abdul Salam over it. Already got 1 assist today. Abdul Salam cleared away by Dieng at that front post. Not the greatest delivery. That's a good delivery, though. Pigott brings it down. Couldn't quite get the shot off. Back in it goes. And it nearly found Abdul Salam in there as well. Vlad out to Jeffcott. Into Lovett. Jeffcott back to Loco. Jeffcott again. Jeffcott tries to beat his man. Couldn't get the cross in. Disappointing finish to that move. But we're playing all right. We're just not finishing the chances we're creating, really. So also 56 minutes gone. I just want to say thank you for all the support on the first few episodes of this as well. Love It is going to come off for Woodyard in the middle. But yeah, great to have a new series. Obviously, if you could leave likes and comments and stuff, it gets the series out there to other people, which is great. But yeah, really enjoying this at the moment, and thank you for all the support. It's been really, really nice. We're just having a few poor performances, which is costing us. Loco at the back, 6.5. Chamberlain in goal, 6.5. After I was bigging him up as well is very, very annoying. But overall, we're doing... I'm going to do a slight change here. We're going to do Jeffcott there. Loco's going to come off. Machado's going to go to wing back. Piggott's going to drop into attacking midfield. And we are going to bring on Noel Williams, the new signing for his camera debut. 20 minutes to go, we're absolutely peppering their goal. 10 shots, 5 on target, 1.29 XG, and we find ourselves 2-1 down. We're struggling a little bit. I'm thinking that we potentially go to our more attacking shape now. We just need to make sure that everybody's obviously in the right place. Vlad there. Noel Williams goes to there. Machado and Jeffcott switch. Piggott switches with Noel Williams, and we go with that. And we're going to see if that more attacking system can get us something out of this third qualifying round. So up to attacking we go. Well, 4 minutes to go. We're huffing and puffing. Well, there's a highlight as I start talking. But yeah, we're huffing and puffing. We just can't break this Dagenham and Redbridge team down again. We've got the one goal, but we're not being able to get through them at the moment. Beauty Man plays that into space. Jeffcott gets there first, but can only clear it. And it goes up to Claydon. Claydon down the line does find Beauty Man. Beauty Man squares. Andy Carroll, really good block on that one from Vlad. I think it was in the middle. I think it was quick. I think that got there pretty quickly and did well. But yeah, we're just struggling to get through at the moment. There's a few minutes to go and we are sort of running out of ideas, to be honest. Let's get fresh legs on. We'll bring on Mason on that side just to see if we can make something happen. We're getting the ball forward quickly. There's not too much more really we could do. Let's just bypass the press. We're still going to hit those early crosses if we can get them into the box. Try and cause a few issues. We'll chuck Piggott up there as well as a target forward. A 3-4-3 as we try and get something out of this game. And it's not going to happen. We can feel hard done by, I think. Out of the FA Cup, Andy Carroll's Dagenham and Redbridge beat us 2-1. Yeah, that's annoying, that. More shots, only one less on target, higher XG, 2 clear-cut chances. We just didn't take them. 12 corners. Yeah, unlucky, poor goalkeeping, a couple of poor performances let us down. Substitutes didn't really make a difference, but yeah, I'm going to say we should have won it, so keep up the morale. We'll be successful in the future. So out of the FA Cup, I had big dreams for an FA Cup run, but it's not quite happened. We'll play the Dagenham and Redbridge League game away from home off camera, and we'll be back to take on Billericay at home at the Alkaline Stadium in Folkestone, which will be it should be a good game. Billericay having a decent season, I think. They are, up in 4th, so it'll be a good test to see if our new league form is going to continue against one of the higher up teams, because we're back up in 10th. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're up in 10th. We're playing very well at the moment, 15 points from 11 games. There are a couple of teams below us with a game in hand, a couple of teams above us with a game in hand as well. But we're predicted to finish sort of mid-table. So I think anything around there would be pretty good. If we look at the media prediction, we're predicted to finish 13th. So yeah, 33-1 is not dreadful. We could push for a playoff if we get a good run. But the problem we have, just before we go and play Billericay, is that I'm just resting everyone for a week, is that, as soon as our players start playing well, they get interested, players or clubs interested in them. And because most of them are just on non-contract, there's a big turnover and a big transition of players throughout the season. So we'll see how it goes. I'm in the hunt for an attacking midfielder. So if you know of a young attacking midfielder on a free transfer, doesn't even have to be young, a good attacking midfielder on a free transfer, let me know in the comment section, please. So back for the game against Billericay. The game in between was, a walk in the park, really, when we played Dagenham and Redbridge again. This is probably how the cup game should have gone. A 2-1 win, but that doesn't tell the whole story. 25 shots to their 10, 18 on target to their 3, a 2.43 XG to their 0.92. So a very good performance. Their goalkeeper Ashmore was incredibly good in goal, very much kept them in the game. But We dominated it, and it was a wonderful performance, and it was a good win. To be honest, it was a very good win. But we're taking on Billericay Town. We've got to make some changes to the team, which I've already done, because Chiguada and Noel Williams are both on international duty, believe it or not, which is quite cool. But it does mean that we look like this. Chamberlain is in goal. We actually dropped him and brought in Collins for the last game against Dagenham and Redbridge, but Chamberlain comes back in. Quick, Vlad and Loco at the back. Mason, Kedwell, Lover and Young. Machado is still going to stay in the attacking midfield role to start. Akinde and Piggott starting up front together, which is good. We've sort of given up on the youngster Johnston as attacking midfield option. I'm definitely going to bring someone in, hopefully before the next episode, that is done for an attacking midfielder. Maybe a couple of options if we can. We'll see who we can find out there. And I'm just looking for someone with a bit of quality in sort of like first touch passing and general technical ability, because I feel like that's what we're lacking at the moment. But yeah, a good lineup for us at Billericay Town, in good form, 4th in the table. Billericay Town. So we're going to say use that home advantage. Let's get into it and see how we get on. So we're just a couple of minutes in. I'm trying something out that I wanted to do, that we did do against Dagenham and Redbridge, but I wanted to try it again against Billericay just to see. We're gone for our attacking system that's trying to get us, as if we're losing the game, trying to get back into it, but playing on balance, because I want to see how that works. And against Dagenham and Redbridge, it worked quite well. When we went to 1-1, we actually then got on the front foot. As Kedwell's in, shoots, it goes past the post. But yeah, we got on the front foot and just dominated the game. So I want to see if it's going to work well against Billericay, because maybe at home we start on the front foot in games and then drop back if we get the lead, or if we look like we're not having too much of the ball. But let's see how this goes. As Mason is on it, Kedwell into Lovett, back to Kedwell, back to Lovett. Those two controlling well. Loco, who steps into midfield in this system. Here's Vlad into Young. Can he beat his man and whipping across? Young does sort of beat his man. Gets it to Lovett. Lovett crossing. Akinde's there. There's a goal. 1-0 up inside 10 minutes against Billericay. And it's John Akinde again. He just cannot stop scoring goals. Young did well holding it up on this side as the left wing back. And yeah, just got into a good position. Found Lovett, who was in acres of space. He had loads of time to pick out a ball. And it's a really good cross into Akinde, who fires it into that far corner. Keeper's got no chance right in goal. But 1-0, great start. So got another highlight. Kedwell, we haven't changed anything tactically. We're still playing on the front foot because we are in control of this game. Quick finds Vlad up to Loco. Round the corner to Lovett. Up it goes to Mason, who's going to keep that one in. And Ben Mason swings in across towards Piggott. He can't quite get there. Young on the opposite flank will keep it in. Lovett gives it back to Young. Can he put a cross in? Yes, he can. Akinde's there. He's got a second one. Oh, Reggie Young with a wonderful assist from the left wing. And John Akinde at the double. Young kept it in play here. Lovely 1-2 with Lovett to get into this space. It was really well worked. And then Reggie Young digs out a left-footed cross. In it goes, lofted to the back post. And Akinde rises highest. And, well, I'm hopefully, if I remember, in this episode, going to use the new YouTube quiz function where you can decide who you think is going to be our top goal scorer for the year. Is it going to be Piggott or is it going to be Akinde? Let me know through the YouTube quiz as we get another highlight. Cerulli on the edge, Chamberlain with a good strong hand, or body behind it, because he caught the ball. So he probably hit it into his chest and caught it well. As Vlad into Loco. Obviously, as well, I'm a goalkeeper for a six-a-side team, for a couple of six-a-side teams. If you'd like to see some highlights, let me know and I can upload them. Piggott crosses it in. Oh my God, Akinde nearly had a chance for the hat-trick. Couldn't quite get it. It looked like Joe Wright turned it onto his own post. It was sort of cleared, booted against someone else. And, well, Billericay hanging on by a thread at the moment in this game. So right on the ball, the goalkeeper for Billericay out to Keller on this left side. They have our assistant manager just said, who is a guy called Dornier, which is it's been generated by the game because we didn't actually have an assistant manager apparently, but they've worked this well. Quick with a good header. But yeah, apparently they've changed to playing with more caution, which means we can probably drop down. Oh my God, Reggie Young nearly scored an OG there. Chamberlain had to be alive to that one. I think, yeah, with 5 minutes to go in this, we're just going to make sure everyone's playing in the right place. We're just going to knock that down to our standard formation, and we should then keep the ball a little bit more. But 2-0 up, 5 minutes to go in the first half, playing very well indeed. Half time then, 2-0 up, lovely stuff. 10 shots to 6, 7 on target to 3, a much better XG, one clear-cut chance for us. We are leading this game. We are playing much better than they are. We do have a little bit of a concern in attacking midfield. Machado not playing very well again. I'm just going to say we're doing brilliantly because I do think we're controlling the game, playing well, and not too much to worry about. 3 subs for Billericay at half-time is quite the change and quite the statement from the manager that he's not happy. 55 minutes gone. We're going to make a change. Machado's not having a great game in attack and field. We're going to get Rance. Can't really play there, but we're paying him £500 a week, and we've not played him yet. So I want to give him a go. He's got decent marking and passing. Should be able to make something happen from attacking midfield, to be honest. But yeah, I realised, I was like looking at all the players we haven't played. Rance was one of them, and we're paying him £500 a week. So I was like, chuck him in, give him a chance, see what we can do. Billericay, I'll get him back into this game a little bit. So we're going to stay with our basic system, but we're just going to drop to balanced and see if we can gain a bit more control of the ball. That's not a great header away from Mason. It's a good save from Chamberlain to touch it round the post. Maybe we're a front foot team and we have to play on the front foot. Who knows? Yeah, it's sort of contradictory, but we're going to go back onto the front foot for the final 20 minutes of this game because I feel like we are in more control, playing on balanced, but with a more positive outlook with the ball. And we'll see how we get on. Rance not doing anything too wrong, not doing anything too right in midfield either. So we'll actually let's drop him back to where he wants to play, and we're going to give Woodyard a run up there, who can do it slightly better, a little bit more experienced. In fact, they're both quite old for footballers. But yeah, let's see how Woodyard can do. Woodyard's got, I'll say, less physicals, that both of them are not blessed with physical attributes in the twilight of their career. But quick, out to Loco, up to Reggie Young, into Lovett, into Piggott. Piggott back to Lovett. Lovett forward into Akinde, into Woodyard. Woodyard ball through to Piggott. He looked offside, Joe Piggott. And I think it is going to be flagged. Yeah, it's flagged for offside, but a really good move. Woodyard getting involved early doors as well after coming off the bench is great to see. So Billericay with the ball with Rough on it. Out to Wind. Rough Wind. Up the line it goes, and that's going to go all the way through to Chamberlain. Loco gets on it. Vlad. Out to Young. That's a good ball from Vlad. Reggie Young comes forward with it. Loads of space to run into. Reggie Young runs into Wind. Lovett. Oh, he's trying to move it. It's all a bit too intricate at the moment, but Lovett's in, and that's a lovely goal. 3-0. Adam Lovett from Reggie Young. Let's make sure we give them some praise. Touchline shout for Lovett for scoring, and Reggie Young for the assist as well. There's a good tackle there from Tazguti Vieira, but Reggie Young just poked this one through into the gap. Lovett ran from midfield, left-footed strike past right, and that is a left-footed strike past right. 3-0, lovely stuff. 3-0 up, 8 minutes to go. We're going to make some changes just to keep everything fresh. Young's had a great game. He's going to be replaced at left wing-back. Abdul Salam will replace Mason in there as well. And we will bring on Strouts or Cosgrave. Cosgrave hasn't had too much of a chance in recent times, so we'll chuck him on for the last 8 minutes for Piggott, see what he can do. And there we go, a very comfortable 3-0 win there. 51% possession, 14 shots apiece, 8 on target apiece, but our XG was much better than theirs. 2 clear-cut chances as well. Goals for Akinde, he got a brace, and 1 for Lovett as well. 2 assists for Young, and an assist for Lovett. A really good performance. So at the end of the episode then, we're up to 8th. We are flirting with the playoffs, one could say. We're only 5 points off the top of the league, which is Tooten, who haven't lost this season, but have drawn 5 games, which is interesting to see. But yeah, the change to the 3 at the back formation seems to have worked absolute wonders. We have played a game extra than a few people, so we'll probably drop down the table if the likes of Torquay and Hemel Hempstead do win their games. But that is a great position to be in as well. If we look at the XG table, we should be up in 4th. So we're actually below where we should be given how we've been playing, which is very, very interesting. Looking at the fixture schedule, we will come back for Weston-super-Mare and Maidstone. That's when we're going to come back next. Obviously, Maidstone, a little bit of a rivalry there, a relatively local team to Folkestone where they are. And then we've got Dover coming up as well. So we will play Weston-super-Mare and Maidstone and then come back for Dover and Salisbury in that one as well. Lots of episodes. I hope you're enjoying the content and the way it's coming and these sort of how these episodes are made. Let me know down below in the comment section. But thank you so much for watching. If there's any advice, thoughts, comments, anything like that, please just let me know. Leave a like while you're down there. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Lose to them in the cup, beat them in the league. Is that the way we want to do it? Probably is the right way round.